We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The ball carrier. For the Vikings and Saints, you might recall, they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a 26-20 win. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Henry, the ball carrier. Brought down by A.J. Klein. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. The completion to Hopkins. And all the way down to the 29. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 41 yards. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Jackson from the shotgun. This is caught. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Demir Bird with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
Get 11 as they get a quick 1st down. Ball carrier.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the backfield is Austin. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Austin, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12 to nothing. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
25-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Austin, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun. Jackson. And will take him down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now Jackson on 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons, every...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
1st down, Minnesota.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
20. Vikings, nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Austin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier, Gino.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. Forced out to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. The pass complete. It's Bird. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Turns, he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again. He's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. It's caught by Mike Evans. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
and happy.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that.
And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try.
Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints are pouring it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. On the carry here, it's Austin. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Kaepernick now on first down. And he's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A gain of 12.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson will throw again. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his leg. Touchdown! The New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Austin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Austin's got it left side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Kaepernick to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They go again with Muhammad. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Muhammad, and he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. First, where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right, because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
12 more yards there and another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at the 21-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
57, Vikings 6.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken in the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Saints 64. Vikings.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And his throw here is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Evans. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On first down, Muhammad, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can put a rapid pressure. Gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Malik Harrison. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for LaVisca Chenault. Incomplete. Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Saints 70.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points